beautiful morning here at Coogee. Just a little bit of breeze to speak of. That might pick up later on in the day. Not a cloud in the sky. Perfect conditions for grand final rugby. First cab off the rank today in the thirds. We've got Eastern Suburbs taking on Randwick. That'll kick off at 11:15. In seconds, we've got Gordon taking on Eastern Suburbs. That'll kick off at 1 o'clock, and then the big one first at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Randwick taking on Sydney Uni. Run through the two teams for thirds. We'll start with Eastern Suburbs, the minor premiers. Loose head prop, we have Alex Bland at hooker, and captain is Will Johnson. Tight head prop, Anthony Santamaria. James Howes and Xander St. John in the 4 and 5. Left flanker and in the 6 is Joe Brook. Right flanker in the 7 is Oscar Mitchell. Number 8 is Jock Medway. The scrum half, Jared Maxgill. Harry Gosper is the fly half. He'll be the vice captain today for Eastern Suburbs. On the left wing we have Joe Hinchy. In the 12, Jake Stiles. 13, Ryan O'Byrne. 14, and on the right wing is Xavier Ryan, and at fullback, Fred Tricks. They're coached by Lachlan Sharp and Pete Sumsky. As I said, minor premiers, 16 wins and 1 loss. It'll be a tough task for Randwick to topple them today. But we all know these one-off games, these grand finals, anything can happen. Let's go through the Randwick side now. In the 1, Toa Saluka. 2, Harrison Stain. 3, Michael Rewett. 4, Julkian Sissis. 5, Ollie Smith. 6, Ethan Cutler. 7, Kai Haslam. The number 8 is Daniel Zabo. 9, Dave Tijek. 10, Will Douglas. 11, Nat Vasuris. 12, Junior Moaga. 13, Lachlan Fisher. 14, Shay Hislop, and 15, Riley Angles Cork. They're coached by Brett Gilbert, Rob Hoyles. They finished third on the ladder this year, Randwick. 13 wins, 1 draw and 3 losses. 2 of those losses coming at the hands of Eastern Suburbs. So they're 2-0 East against Randwick this season. The road to the grand final for both sides. Eastern Suburbs defeating Warringah 73-3 in the quarter-final, and then defeating Sydney Uni 26-14 in the semi-final to get here today. As for Randwick, they defeated Sydney Uni 15-12 in the quarter-finals, and then a bit of an upset over the second-place Gordon in the semi-finals, defeating them 19-15, and that's how they're here today. So East, you'd say, would go in as heavy favourites. 614 points for this season, only 150 against, so they've been the dominant side throughout this competition. It'll take a lot of effort from Randwick today. There's a big crowd here in attendance. Stands on the far side, not full as of yet, but the ones in front of us are full. There's a few boys down here in fancy dress for the grand final day, so the atmosphere is good down here at Coogee Oval. If you're in the area, come down and watch some grand final action. If you can't make it down for whatever reason, make sure you're tuning in on the Waratahs Facebook stream. Dan McCamley in commentary as we catch a glimpse of the referees. We shouldn't be too far away from kick-off here in this thirds grand final. Eastern Suburbs will be represented in the seconds as well. They take on Gordon in that one. And Randwick will feature in the first grand final, taking on Sydney Uni later on today. Is not too far away from action. Randwick making their way out of the sheds. So a raucous applause from their home faithful. Daniel Zabo leads them out. Be followed by East, who won't be too far away. As I said, the minor premiers looking to do the double this season, take home all the silverware. It's Randwick that stands between them and achieving that. And here come East now. Led out by what looks to be Chewbacca. Be nice and hot in that suit today. Kick-off not too far away here at Coogee Oval. Stage is set for an absolutely brilliant day of rugby. Be Randwick to get us underway. They'll be running right to left on your screens. Randwick in the all green, East in the red, white and blue. Kick-off, not too far away. Referee just trying to usher the supporters, the East supporters and the Randwick supporters off the back of the field so we can get underway. Atmosphere is electric here today, so it should be for grand final day. My name's Dan McCamley. I'll be calling all the action, and we're underway here. Randwick, get us underway. Xavier Ryan with the kick-off. It goes down. East put it on the deck and knock it on as well. A little bit scrappy there from East to start the game. Good pressure from the kick-off from Randwick, and they'll have a scrum feed inside the 22. Really good opportunity here for Randwick to post first points. First chance here for Randwick. They're going to need to post points today against an East side who have no trouble finding the try line. We've got our first scrum of the day inside East 22. Randwick with a good shove. They'll win the scrum. Comes out and on the attack is Styles. Styles will be brought down 15 away as they come down the short side through Bland. They recycle possession well. Max Skill takes a line on, but East are alert to the danger. Managing to hold on to possession here, Randwick. Getting closer to that try line. This would be a great start for them. They'll get the ball back. That's the 6, Joe Brook. Pick and drive from Bland. They're getting ever so close here, Randwick. Not far away. There's pick and drive, managing to hold on to the ball. Styles in there again. Referee's right on top of it. They're awfully close here, Randwick. Oh, and a little knock on. After some sustained pressure from Randwick, East hold on. Defence stands firm on their own goal line. Opportunity goes begging for Randwick. Two and a half minutes gone here at Coogee Oval. The scoreline still 0-0. Game being played in East 22 at the moment. East will have a scrum feed. The shadows of their own goalposts, and after that first scrum from Randwick, they'd probably fancy themselves here to pinch it back. Referee not happy how that scrum was being set, so we're going to have a take two. East will just be looking to get out of their own end here. If they can win the scrum, they'll be kicking long. And from in their own in goals, more than likely. There's the feed and a decent shove from Randwick again. East managed to maintain possession. Oh, and a good shot in defence there. Isn't that Vasuris in on the tackle? East now happy to back themselves to get them out of their own end. There's James House. As East kick long. Looking for the touch line, and they'll find it just shy of the 10-metre line. Nice relieving kick there out of their own in goals. Randwick will have a line out about 12 metres inside East territory. East yet to see the Randwick half of the field. Stein with the line out. And they win at Randwick through Zabo, the skipper, and they shifted early. They found some space out here on the left edge. They've got the winger unmarked in Hislop. Hislop has to come back in field. The East defence got across there just in time. They retain possession. To Jack. Finds Zabo. Can they hold on to the ball? They do, and good pressure there from East. Can they force the turnover? Randwick clear out well. Zabo in at acting half. Finds Zissis. And a penalty to East. So they weather the early storm from Randwick. They'll have an opportunity now to venture into Randwick territory. You'd think they'll kick for touch. There's the kick. I might catch that one. No, ball's just short. So East will have a line out. A couple of metres inside their own half. Got two balls on the field. They go out the back, and that one's too far. The wind probably caught that one. And Randwick look like they've come up with it. It'll be advantage here to East. A little knock on from Randwick. Big play on here for St John. They're going to come back for the knock on. No advantage played there by the referee. If you're tuning in on Bar TV or on the Waratah live stream, let us know who you're cheering for and where you're cheering from. We'll get back to some of those comments a bit later on throughout the day. 3 grand finals here at Coogee Oval. New South Wales Rugby Premiership Colts. 3rd, 2nds and 1st. All 3 games will be live today. Decent crowd in attendance here at Coogee Oval. If you're in the area, get down. Have a look at some decent young rugby players on display. Randwick again with a good shove in the scrum, and they've turned it over. They come down the short side now through to Jack, and they might post first points here. It's the winger. Vasuris will score the first try of the grand final. They win the scrum against the feed, and Vasuris, with too much pace, scores the opening try, 5-0 with a kick to come. And Randwick turns some early pressure into points. That's exactly the start they needed. Brett Gilbert and Rob Hoyles, the coaches, they'd be ecstatic with that start. They've certainly got an edge in that scrum at the moment. East will have to tend to that issue. As I touched on earlier, in these one-off games, these grand finals, a little bit of pressure on the favourites. East come into this game having only lost 1 game all season. That was to Gordon way back in round 9. They find themselves behind here at Coogee Oval. There's the kick, and that one is, shall we say, shanked. Shay Hislop unsuccessful with the conversion. Nonetheless, Randwick lead 5-0. And that Vasuris scoring the opening try of the day. 30-minute halves here in Colts thirds. We've had 8.5 minutes gone. Now East, they conceded points, but they get a chance to gain some valuable field position. They get the kickoff back, East. Recover the kickoff, little knock on there from Randwick. Now it's East's turn for the first time today. Down the Randwick end. Brooke, the number 6 in the headgear. They maintain possession, that's House. House will be tackled just shy of the 22 as they go through the hands. Good defence there from Randwick. The crowd cheers. They're happy with that one. Still fighting in the tackle. Looks like he had a maul for a second then, but it's been brought down. Max Skill looking for the ball. He finds Gosper, and more great defence from Randwick, although back to their feet. Styles puts the kick in. It's been knocked on. Randwick are really up for this one. It's Junior Moaga who came flying out of the line, and a kick out of their own 22. That one's been dropped backwards by Trix. Trix will bring it back into Randwick territory. Randwick look for the turnover. Referee says play on. It's very sloppy at the moment from East. Randwick applying the pressure. Johnson, the skipper, now trying to steady the ship. Gosper goes through the hands, and again, Randwick making metres here in defence, forcing East back. Howes trying to get over that advantage line as Styles kicks straight down the throat, and now Randwick will kick and look to turn them around. Trix will kick in turn, looking for the touchline. It sits up. It's a horrible bounce, but to Jack did just enough. Randwick now, some solid defence from East now. Mitchell in on the tackle, looking for the turnover. They can't get the ball. That's a good run by Sissis. Randwick will kick up low, and it might have been touched. No signal from the referee. That one will find touch 5 metres shy of halfway. East will have a line out. 11.5 minutes gone here. Thirds grand final. Randwick 5 leading East 0. And that one's gone out the back as well. Tipped on to Gosper. Gosper throws the dummy and goes himself. Fends off one. Still going. Gosper, can he get there? He's chased down from behind by Vasuris. They keep it alive. O'Byrne finds Brooke. They're on a roll here, Easts. All started with that run from Gosper. They'll maintain possession. They're only about 8 away. They go the pick and drive through Brooke. Randwick are up to the task. East inching towards that try line, looking to level things up here. Pick and drive again. They're only 5 away now. Happy to go from the back of the ruck. They're only a couple away now. Can Randwick hold on? They lead 5-0. East looking to level things up. Massive bodies right on the goal line. They're going to go close here, East. They're over the line. Can they get it down? Referee having a look. Held up. The crowd cheers. Randwick managed to repel that onslaught. East will have a scrum feed. 5 out from the line. Excellent goal line defence there from Randwick. And the way the Randwick scrum's been so far in this one, might just back themselves to pinch this one. Back line deep to the right-hand side for Easts. Gosper, Styles, O'Byrne. Tricks is there as well. Important scrum here for Reese. They manage to get it. They go to Gosper. Gosper to Styles. Styles with a long cutout pass to Ryan. Ryan one-on-one. Ryan for the corner. Ryan will score. Ryan levels things up. 5-all. The referee's going to have a chat to the touch judge. He's going to award the try. Xavier Ryan adds to his tally. 9 tries on the year. Make that 10 now. And East level things up. 5-all. Conversion attempt to follow. A tough kick here for Styles. Although he's had tougher in his career. Kicked the winning goal in extra time in last year's grand final. He's certainly handled pressure situations before. There's the kick, and it's online. Straight over the black dot. No, underneath the black dot. Conversion unsuccessful. Just didn't have the juice on it. 5-all. We're all locked up here on grand final day. Randwick get us back underway. Hislop goes long. They let it bounce, East. Chance for Randwick to go down and put a bit of pressure on. Deep inside their own 22, East. So Randwick try to come over the top and clear out as they go back to their fullback. And there's a decent touch finder. Leaves a little bit of that pressure. They'll line out. Well, I thought it was probably a bit further down the field than that, but have a line out just outside the 22, Randwick. So that one squirts out the back, but they managed to maintain possession, Randwick. A bit of a loose pass there. It's cleaned up by Hislop. They've lost 15 or so metres here, Randwick. This is Waga trying to get them going in the right direction, and a penalty. So there is a little bit of breeze about. They're about 38 away. Hislop will come over. And it looks like they're going to kick for touch. Hislop puts that one deep inside East territory. They're 18 away from the try line. It's Randwick's turn now to get set from a set play. There's the line out, and Randwick win it. I'm not sure if that one wasn't straight or it might have been a little knock on. And Randwick turned the ball over to East. Cheerio to Kel Webb, who's tuning in from Mudgee. Scott's tuning in from Erina on the Central Coast. cheerio to everybody tuning in. It'll be a scrub feed to East, about 18 away from their own line. Randwick scrum has been good so far today. East, in the last couple though, have held their own and they make a half break. The Randwick defence comes again. It was O'Byrne who broke the line momentarily. It's a good legs tackle there on Will Johnson. Comes to Brook. Brook fights his way up the field. They go back inside their 22 and the old spiral torpedo downfield. A little bit of a bobble there. Douglas kicks and chases Douglas. He's coming across. Max Skill saved the day there for East. Douglas was flying after that kick. Trying to win it back, and they've given away a penalty, Randwick. Really let East off the hook there. Jared Maxgill coming across to do up the cleanup. Tricks kicks for touch. And he hasn't found touch Tricks. So Randwick will play on. So come to Douglas. It's a good clear out there from Randwick. So they go short to Saluka. Saluka up over the advantage line. No room down the short side there for Douglas. And East are alive to the danger and they might have pinched it, have they? No, Douglas gets some support from his teammates. Comes to Saluka again. They shift it wide early. They've got some numbers out there through Cutler. Cutler beats one. They're inside the 22 now, Randwick. On the front foot here, Haslam. Douglas again, finds the fullback. Angles Cork. And pick and drive there from the number 8, Zabo, the skipper. Pinches 5 metres there. They're making metres here, Randwick. Smith now. Can they hold on to possession? No, they can't. East have turned it over. That's good work in there. Love to see a territory statistic. I think all but about 3 minutes has been played in East half as Will Johnson came flying through looking to put the scissor kick on it. Little knock on there from East, so little one from Randwick as well. It'll be a scrum feed on the 10 metre line for Randwick. Five all, the score line. So we see one of the Randwick players come from the field. Michael Rowett. Go the besties from New York City. Josh Schumann tuning in all the way from New York. Big cheerio to Josh. Just starting to feel the effects of that breeze. It's certainly picked up in the last 5 or 10 minutes. From the back of the scrum, Zabo comes to Moaga. Moaga's walked down right on the advantage line as they find Cutler. And a penalty to East. The defence holds firm again, holding onto the ball. I think just over 6 minutes to go in this first half. Hotly contested first half. 5-all the score. That breeze is going to play havoc for the rest of the afternoon, one feels. East will have a line out inside Randwick territory. We haven't said that too often so far in this one. Game being played predominantly down the other end. They retain possession from the line out as they come wide early. Tricks now. Tricks throws the flick pass, but that one's gone forward. So East get their first opportunity in a long time and turn it over. I think the referee's going to award a scrum rather than a line out. Tricks is trying to get on the outside of his man and put his winger into space. Unable to find the mark. Randwick will have a scrum feed 9 metres away from halfway. Clock ticking down. About to go under 5 minutes in this first half. Much better scrum there from East. Zabo ends up with it after a little exchange with his scrum half, Jack. The 17 out there in Richmond to half 8 for Randwick. And it's been put on the deck and a chance here for East. No, knocked on. Well, that certainly would have been against the run of play. Joe Hinchy thought he had a clear run to the line. Referee will bring it back. And the East fans can take their seats in the stand. Plenty of rugby action still to come here on the Waratahs live stream. At the moment, the thirds Colts playing for the Bill Simpson Shield. It's 5-all leading into half-time. You've got to say, Randwick would be the happier of the two if it goes in at 5-all, considering East have defeated them twice this season. 43-5 in round 4, and then round 16, 35-12. So penalty to Randwick now. Holding on to it too long there. Will Johnson, the skipper. Hislop will kick for touch. And back we go into East territory. 3 minutes on the clock. Chance for Randwick to post points and maybe go in with a half-time lead here. I'll have to win this line out first. So that one goes in and out the back, and Randwick dive on it, so they manage to retain possession through to Jack. East getting numbers in there, but Randwick standing firm. To half 8. Gets pushed backwards in good defence there from East. To Jack. Finds Cutler. Cutler now making his way up to the 10. Comes to Douglas, puts it through the hands, finds Angles Cork. To Jack now. Randwick doing well to recycle possession. Come to Zabo. Zabo beats the first and he gets over the advantage line. That one looked like it was stripped out, but referees found a little knock on there from Zabo. The East defence stands firm again. 5-all, minute and a half to go until half time. Closely run thing, this grand final. Getting some information through from our viewers. James McAskill in his 87th Colts cap. Well done, James. Congratulations, 87 caps for the Colts. Randwick look to win the scrum and the penalty goes against them. Little unlucky there for Randwick. East will have a chance to go into Randwick territory to finish this half. We're into the last minute of the first half, and they find the line on the 10-metre line inside Randwick territory. In a game that's been predominantly played down East End. There's the line out. That one goes out the back and not straight. Maybe a little bit rushed there from Johnson. A little bit of friendly banter out there between the two teams. Not sure how friendly it is, but Saluka certainly letting Johnson know that he fluffed his lines on that one. There's the halftime siren in the background, so we're going to pack this scrum. Be last use of the ball, barring a mistake here from Randwick. They've been solid in the scrum. That one goes in. That's a good shove from East. Probably their best scrum of the day so far. Randwick come away with it though. That's Fisher. Recycles possession, and Randwick now making their way up towards halfway. We're into time added on here in the first half. 5-all the scoreline. And a penalty to Randwick. On halfway. Won't be too far out to kick a goal. Angles Cork comes across. It'll be Hislop who'll kick it into touch. They are going to kick for goal. Well, 51, maybe 52 metres out, give or take. He does have a breeze at his back. It has picked up. May as well have a shot. He turned down a shot earlier on from about 38 out. So this is a bit of a surprising decision. Anybody tuning in, let us know if you think he'll kick this or not. It's a long way. Hislop lines it up. He moves in, he strikes it well, but he pushes it to the left of the uprights. No good on the kick. And that'll be half time. 5-all here at Coogee Oval. The minor premiers East 5. All locked up with Randwick 5. Try scorer for Eastern Suburbs, Xavier Ryan in the corner. He responded to the Nat Vasuris try. Nat Vasuris opened the scoring on grand final day, and as it stands here at Coogee Oval, 5-all at half time. We'll be back shortly for the second half action. Back underway here, second half action, thirds grand final. New South Wales Rugby Premiership Colts. 5-all at the break. Randwick kick long out of their own 22. It's straight down the throat. Xavier Ryan, the try scorer. So they come back centre field now, East. Rhino Byrne manages to get the ball away. That pass hits the deck. It's been swooped on, just about swooped on. It trickles into touch, but an opportunity there for Vasuris. Got a little knock on from Vasuris, but East get away with one there. If he could have picked that up, Vasuris, he had a clear path to the try line. Dan McCamley in commentary. If you're watching at home on the Waratahs Facebook page on the live stream, let us know who you're cheering for and where you're cheering from. We've got people tuning in all the way from New York City for these games. Try and get back to a few of those comments later on in the match. Good scrum there from East. The ball hits the deck. It's hit the deck a couple of times. That was a flat pass at best. Tricks chiming in from the back. East now on the attack. Inside Randwick territory. Shot in defence there, the 19 James Macaskill. Ball back on the inside, and that one will be a penalty. The referee was playing advantage for offside. So East will have a penalty. 12 metres inside Randwick territory. Tricks kicks for touch, and he finds it inside the 22. Have an early change here for East by the looks of things. Anybody out there tuning in? I think it might be Tom Shanks Anderson in the 18, but I could be wrong if anyone's tuning in out there and knows the number 18 for East. Got a penalty to Randwick. So a real let off there. East on the attack and give away a penalty and relieve the pressure on Randwick. For a team that's used to scoring points for fun, East, they're being held at the moment by a dogged Randwick defence. Moaga now steps, straightens and gets himself up to the 10. Tough pass to take there for Douglas, but he does well. He kicks him behind and it's over the top of Tricks. Tricks will be... Look at crowd appeals for a knock on, and their appeals are heard by the referee. Matt Vasuris in on the tackle. He's had a good game so far, Vasuris. Scored the opening try of this grand final. Forced a mistake there from Tricks as well. Scrum feed here for Randwick inside East territory. Straight after this thirds, we've got the seconds grand final, the Shell Trophy. Gordon taking on Eastern Suburbs in that one. We've got a short arm penalty here for Randwick, and they get play back underway quickly. Comes to Mowaga. Mowaga's through. Mowaga breaks the line. Comes to the fullback. He's chased down from behind. Randwick on the front foot here. 22's out there. Angus Fraser. They're inside the 22 here, Randwick. Shooting up out of the line there was Howes. Got some space, comes out to Vesuris. All he can do is fall on it though. They get numbers in the ruck. They manage to retain possession though, Randwick. Saluka down the short side. Smith just happy to straighten things up. And a penalty to Randwick. Just outside the 22. Certainly, well, they had a shot from 52 out earlier on. They're not going to take the 3. Hislop kicks it into touch. So Randwick looking to apply the pressure. Happy for the game to be played down in East 22. There's the line out, and it's taken by Randwick. They make their way up towards the 5 metre line. Saluka in. Fraser again. The pick and drive. They were so close early on in this one with the pick and drive as they go again. They're only 5 away. Make that 4. And a little knock on. That's the way that the first pick and drive ended. Randwick just unable to convert that pressure into points. A scrum feed to East. Got a kid's birthday party going on behind us. Might have to ask them if there's any leftover fairy bread. We've just had the arrival of the Princess Fairy, so that's good for the kiddies. East win the scrum feed, do they? Good shove from Randwick, and again a penalty goes against them in the scrum. East get away with one there. The shove was on. It'll be Fred Tricks to kick for touch. That's coming towards me. Should have probably caught that one, Dan. That's disappointing. Got a solid hand to it. Couldn't hold on to it as East win the line out. Kick long, and we've got a penalty for offside. East now with a chance to get into Randwick territory. We've had just about 10 minutes gone of this second half. Still 5-all. Game on an absolute knife edge at the moment. Could go either way. It's been Randwick with the territory that have just been unable to capitalise on that and post any more points. And every time East get into Randwick territory, they either turn it over or give away a penalty, so they can stay disciplined here, East. They'll have an opportunity to take the lead in this grand final for the first time. So they win the line out and they come wide early through Howes. Howes finds O'Byrne. Numbers get there, they recycle it. It comes down the left. They come the open side now. East on the attack. Styles will be brought down right on the 22. Inside the 22 now, East. No burn down the short side. And a penalty again to Randwick. So East just unable to build any pressure down this end. Randwick will have a chance to clear their lines here. So they kick for touch, and they find touch just about on halfway. And they'll have the line out. Randwick win the line out. That's good hands there from Douglas. Pass was behind him. He did well to hold on to it. Up over halfway now. To Halfway with the run, followed up by Fraser. Fraser now. That's a good charge. Douglas again puts some fancy footwork on. He's brought down. It comes to Angles Cork, who finds Moaga. Lovely little offload, and then it's Saluka now on the charge. It's hit the deck. A chance here for East to counter. They've got some numbers. The defence comes up. They found some space though, East. Xavier Ryan down the touchline, puts the kick in. The chase is on. There's plenty of Randwick numbers there though. Bivasuris, who slips under one. East now getting numbers in there. They've pinched it. No, they haven't. Penalty to Randwick. All happening here at Coogee Oval. Randwick look like they might post another 5-pointer. It was Saluka who went through. Couldn't find the pass, and then a chance for East to counter-attack. Xavier Ryan just running out of space on that right touchline. Had to put the kick in, and then it looked like they might pinch it back at the breakdown, but penalty's gone against them. Now they'll have a line out on the 10-metre line inside their own half, Randwick. It's Hislop. It'll be brought down. Douglas now. Really injecting himself into this game in the second half, Douglas. He's had a couple of nice little runs and take the line on. To Harvey now, backs his way towards halfway. Douglas will just kick in behind, looking for the touchline. And he'll find it. Maybe about 15 metres inside East territory. Happy to play the field position game. Ticking down towards the halfway mark of this second half. It's still 5-all here at Coogee Oval. Fans might be starting to think there could be extra time on the cards. We've got, looks like the Randwick trainer making his way out onto the field. A cloud in the sky down here at Coogee. Beautiful afternoon for grand final action. Lineouts won by East, and it's been put on the deck. But we're going to come back and do the line out again because the trainer wasn't off the field. And that's good news for East because they'd put that one on the deck. They'll get a second shot at it here, East. So they win the line out. They managed to hold on to that first pass as O'Byrne will kick along the deck. Sits up nicely though. And angles Clark now with a chance to counter-attack. Still going Clark. Angles Cork, sorry. Randwick on the attack, on the front foot as they spread it wide early. James Macaskill, 87th cap. They're on the charge here, Randwick. Got an advantage being played here. And we're going to have a penalty. Well, it'll be interesting. Pointing towards the touchline, I don't think they're going to take the 3. Done a lot of defending today, East. You'd have to say Randwick have really dominated this match so far. And they're going to go on the front foot again here. Hislop kicks for touch, and that's a good touch finder. 7 away from the line. Real opportunity here for Randwick. 14 minutes to go in this one. They've got East pinned down in their own end. The East fans absolutely give it to the Randwick thrower. They managed to win the line out though. Randwick again with the pick and drive. Getting close to that touch line. As they go again, they're close. They're awfully close here, Randwick. Chance to take the lead with just under 14 minutes to go in this grand final. So go again from the back of the ruck. They're appealing for the try. No, it's going to be a penalty. East hold on again. What do Randwick have to do to cross the stripe? East hold on by the barest of margins, 5-all, 13 minutes to go. They managed to repel another pick and drive from Randwick. They get themselves a penalty, and the Fred Tricks who finds the line. He didn't get a lot of distance on it, just not wanting to take too many risks with that kick. They get it just outside their 22. They win the line. The ball's on the deck though. Going backwards in possession here, East. Recycle possession all the way back to their goal line. That's a beautiful kick for touch. Randwick with a chance to go quickly, and they do so. Angles Cork now with a chance to counter-attack, looking for a way through. Puts the head down. Runs straight into the teeth of the East defence. Ball's been knocked backwards. It'll be play on for Hislop. As they make their way up towards halfway. Short ball to Fraser. Fraser will play it. Recycle it. Couple of metres shy of halfway. Douglas looked to kick. The defence rushed up on him. He held on to it. Ball squirts out the back. It'll be Randwick ball still. To Harvey now. Comes to Douglas now, and he kicks him behind. The chase is on. East have some good numbers here though. As well picked up there by the 24 at fullback. That one's going to hit the deck and be knocked on by East. Randwick again with the pressure in their defence. Tricks couldn't hold on to it. Randwick will have a scrum feed on the 10-metre line inside East territory. change there for East in the front row. The barbecue certainly smelling delicious. I'll be going to get a sausage sandwich and maybe a steak sandwich for lunch after this one. It's only 10 minutes away full time. Still plenty of time on the clock, but the team that scores next will go a long way to winning this premiership. Zabo. And a penalty. Offside there by East. Charlie Laundy, James Macasill is the Dean Mum of Colts Rugby. Thanks for that, Charlie. Randwick with a line out inside the 22. Another chance here for Randwick. They've had plenty of them. They've been the dominant team in this grand final. The scoreboard doesn't show that as that one goes out the back. It's been knocked backwards. It'll be play on. Smith recycles possession, comes to Douglas. They rush up. Angles Cork. Met in some good defence. East have been rock solid defensively. Macaskill now. Comes to Douglas. Douglas finds Saluka. It's been put down by O'Byrne. What an opportunity for Ryan O'Byrne. If he takes that, he runs 55 metres to score underneath the black dot. That might have been all she wrote. He juggled it and just could not hold on to it. Puts it on the deck and a real let-off for Randwick. Brett Gilbert and Rob Hoyles will be absolutely thrilled with this performance from the threes here. They've kept it close. That's what they would have wanted. They're two semi-finals as they go on the attack. They found some space. That ball looked flat. It's Hislop. Hislop's put into touch. No, the ball, it'll be play on, and that one's kicked dead in goals. So it'll come out to the 22. Randwick going close again. And there's the kick, looking for the line, and finds the line. That'll do. It'll be a Randwick line out, about a metre inside their own half. 7 minutes to go. The clock ticks down. Grand final day here at Coogee Oval. This is the Colts threes. 5-all the scoreline with 6 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock. Randwick win the line out. And they only just managed to bring down Fisher. Looking dangerous. Short ball. Fraser, and that one crept up a bit high. Referee's going to blow time off here. I want to have a chat with the skipper, Will Johnson. Nothing more than a chat there for the skipper. We tick down to 6 minutes left on the clock now. Next points you'd think would win the game. And it's Randwick on the attack. We see a change here for East. He's starting to take the line out. Easy as you like there for Randwick as the pressure comes on Douglas. That one was flat. It'll be advantage here by the looks of things for Randwick. Goes to Smith, who's put down. So they go wide. They find Fisher. East have pinched it. No, we're going to come back. Playing advantage. The referee calls out the skipper again. And a yellow card to East. Well, this will turn the grand final on its head. And a chance here for Randwick, who look like they're going to take the attempt at conversion, the attempt at penalty, sorry. So the na goodbye chant goes up from the Randwick faithful. 5 minutes, 15 left on the clock. And Shea Hislop will have an opportunity to put Randwick back in front in this grand final. Hislop moves in, he strikes it, and he's put it wide. The East faithful on the far side celebrate. They are down to 14. That's a crucial miss from Hislop. East very much still in this ball game. 4.5 to go. East skipper Will Johnston in his final game breathes a sigh of relief. Would have been an uphill task for them to come back from that. Instead, the ball down Randwick's end now. It is 15 on 14, Randwick with the numerical advantage, and they poke their nose through the line. It was Cutler who made the half break. So they go down the short side. Fraser's lost the ball, so East now with a chance to counter-attack. Under 4 minutes to go, running across field. Xavier Ryan will try and maintain possession here for Eastern Suburbs. They go down the short side. East maintain possession. Come back towards the centre of the field. And a penalty. Well, big decision here for East. They can take a bit of time off the clock. 45 out. Big decision. They're going to take a shot. They'll take a shot at a chance to win the grand final. 45 out. 5, maybe 7 metres off centre. And they will have an opportunity to win the grand final with this kick. The clock ticks down towards full time. 2 minutes 30 left. Plenty of people tuning in on Bar TV. Let us know if you think he kicks this. The grand final on the line. Tuning in on the Waratahs live stream as well. Let us know your thoughts. Big kick here for Jake Stiles. Mentioned earlier, he kicked the winning goal in extra time in last year's grand final versus Gordon. Can he break Randwick hearts here today? Now 45 out. Stiles lines it up. Windy conditions. There'll be a tough kick. He moves in. He strikes it goalwards. It drifts to the left. No good. Both teams missing a chance to take the lead in the final 5 minutes. Styles misses his opportunity. Hislop missed down the other end, and it's 5-all. Extra time beckons. 1 minute 19 on the clock. He still get one more opportunity at them. Howes is brought down on the 10-metre line. They're still playing with 14 each. They found a bit of space on that right touchline though. Back inside. Great hands by Brooke. Brooke inside the 22. Still going, Brooke. We're into the final minute. And a knock on at the breakdown. Lets Randwick off the hook. Promising play there from East. They've been dominated in the scrum all day, East. They just need one good push here to try and regain possession. They're in the huddle now. I think that's what they'd be talking about. It'll be a scrum feed. Be about 8 metres out from the Randwick line. And barring something out of the ordinary, we could be on our way to extra time here. East just need one good push. Randwick have given away a couple of scrum penalties today. That could come into it. There's the full-time siren. A good shove there from East. Randwick respond. They keep hold. Happy to just kick that one into touch. That's full-time. 5-all. The scoreline at half-time is the scoreline at full-time, and we're going to extra time here in the Thirds Grand Final. What a way to kick off Grand Final day here at Coogee Oval. The East crowd on the far side making noise. They're in a jovial mood. To be fair to Randwick, though, they've dominated this game. Probably find themselves a little bit unlucky not to have won it in normal time. East still down to 14. Had a player yellow carded inside the final 10 minutes, so they'll resume extra time with 14. But ever since they went down to 14, they've been on top. So 5 minutes each way in extra time. One try apiece. Nat Vasuris opened the scoring for Randwick. Xavier Ryan crossed to his 10th try of the season to level things up. That was all in the first half. Been no points scored since. It's 5-all into extra time. Make sure if you're tuning in on the Waratah live stream on Facebook, let us know who you think's going to win this one. All locked up at full time. Can extra time find a winner for us? It'll be Randwick to get us underway. And here's kick-off in extra time. They go deep again, and they've put it on the deck again, East, and that one will trickle into touch. Big opportunity here for Randwick. They'll have a line out inside the 22. They go quickly and they're absolutely hammered. Kai Haslam copped a shot. We're going to come back for the line out though. Randwick tried to go quickly. I'll get a second bite at the cherry here. Stone with the throw. Big line out here for Randwick. And they win the line out. They come out to Moaga. Moaga now on the charge. They're only 15 away. That one's put on the deck and a knock on. East celebrate. They know how important that is. Randwick just unable to capitalise on that great opportunity. 24's out there. Delamata. Scrum feed here for East, 15 away from their own line. Put together their best scrum of the day last time out. And they take possession from the back of the scrum. A little bit scrappy there from East. Randwick defence is there in numbers. They managed to recycle possession. There's the skipper, Johnson. Johnson will play, manage to get it back, and he's dropped on his head there, and a penalty, a relieving penalty here for East. 5 minutes each way in extra time. We're halfway through the first half of extra time. There's the kick for touch. That's well taken there in the stands. So line out to East. 12 metres shy of halfway. Nearly pinched there by Randwick. It'll be play on. It comes back for East and they shift it wide. Make their way up towards the 10 metre line. East. Moaga's down in back play for Randwick. Looks like he might be suffering from cramp. East make their way up towards halfway. They go through the hands. Johnson again gets the offload away. Advantage played and a penalty to East. Getting a couple of piggybacks upfield. Tricks comes across. He'll take the kick for touch. Minute 20 to go here in the first half of extra time. 5 minutes each way and Tricks can't find touch. Real let off there for Randwick as they kick long now. Straight down the throat of the fullback as they look to shift the point of attack through O'Byrne. And O'Byrne beats the first man. He finds the support. They're up inside Randwick territory. Ball hits the deck and that looks like it might have been knocked on. The referee's seen it that way. A bit of push and shove between Johnson and I think it might be Cutler. .42 seconds left in the first half of extra time. Junior Moaga makes his way to the touchline, suffering from cramp by the look of things. Shake of the head, he's not happy. Randwick will feed the scrum on the 10-metre line inside their own territory. Clock ticking down towards half-time in extra time. 5-all the score. Closely run thing, this grand final, as Douglas steps off the right, takes the tackle. Fraser up towards halfway. Right up on the advantage line, and a penalty to East. No, that'll be half-time. There's the half-time hooter. So they'll swap sides straight away and we'll be underway shortly here in the second half. No time for a drink, no time for mucking around here. They just swap sides and off they go for the second half of extra time. 5-all the score. Can we find a winner? Looking at my cameraman, what happens if it's a draw after extra time? I'll have to try and find that out for everybody. If anybody knows on the live stream, can you let us know? We're yet to find a winner in extra time as East look to turn it over. Randwick do well to hold on to possession. Trying to get out of their own end. Douglas flat. Stain recycles possession, comes back to Douglas, who kicks now. That'll hold up in the breeze, and he'll find touch. Really good opportunity here for East. We'll have a line out right on the 10-metre line inside Randwick territory. Second half of extra time in this third grand final. Great way to start the day here at Coogee Oval. If this is a sign of things to come, we'll be in for an absolute belter. As Randwick pinched the line out. Yeah, they managed to pick it up on the bounce. East have pinched it back, but a penalty to Randwick. Gordon Irons, joint premiers if still equal at the end. Thank you very much, Gordon, for that information. It'd be hard on either team to lose it from here. Will there be one more chance for either team? Both teams missing penalty goals in the last 5 minutes of normal time. Randwick will have a line out inside East territory. They take it, they go to Douglas. Douglas finds Angles Cork. Golan's out there in the 23. There's East look to rip the ball away from him. They are still just inside East territory. Douglas puts it through the hands. There's Angles Cork again, looking dangerous. Douglas, short ball. Making some metres here, Randwick, slow and steady. Golan again. Can they maintain possession? They do. They go down the short side. They found some space. They put the kick in behind. Fullback does well to clean up on the bounce. East have possession, but they're inside their own 22. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second half of extra time. As that one's put up high and long. It's a good kick. Out of danger for East. Comes down to Angles Cork. The crowd lifts. He charges back into the line. Plenty of support there for Angles Cork. Golan again. He's driven backwards in a good shot. Manages to keep hold of possession though. Smith now. The East players appeal for a penalty that doesn't come their way. Delamata now. That's a good charge. Douglas will kick. In behind. He's found a bit of space. He's come across and clean up. And some nice footwork there from the 24. Yeah, it's Ben Tate. And a penalty. A penalty here for East. Minute 47 to go here in the second half of extra time. So we've got an East player down receiving attention. They'll have an opportunity here, East, to kick for touch and go into Randwick territory. 1 minute 34 on the clock. The clock's still ticking down. Tick down towards minute 15 left on the clock. Clock's still ticking. And doesn't look like we'll be getting play underway in the time that may be left. We might end up with joint premiers here in the first of our 3 grand finals. And you can't say either team really deserves to lose this one. They've both been rock solid in defence. Probably missed a few opportunities in attack both sides. But it would be hard on either team to lose from here. We are going to get play back underway. Fred Tricks will kick for touch. He only picks up probably 10 metres, so this is it. Last roll of the dice time for East. 5 all, second half of extra time, 15 seconds on the clock. Could we be looking at joint premiers? So they win the line out. That one's batted down. A penalty. Well, it's what, 55 away. 55 away, and Jake Stiles looks like he's going to come across and take a shot. No, he's not. Tricks kicks it into touch. So a line out. On the 10, inside Randwick territory. I thought Stiles was going to step up and have a shot from about 58 out. Gordon Irons, no injury time in extra time there. That would be why the clock kept running. As East, can they hold on to the ball? No, they can't. Randwick have got it. Randwick now. Can they do something? Time has expired. Douglas does well to take that around the bootlaces. Pass back on the inside. Fraser's there. Fraser's flung to the ground a couple of metres short of halfway. Barring something exceptional, we're probably looking at joint premiers. Douglas goes through the hands and they found a bit of space out there, Randwick. They're into East territory. Big chance here for Randwick. Delamata need to be disciplined here, East. I don't want to give Randwick a shot at goal. Douglas out the back, finds Angles Cork. Puts the head down, makes his way up towards the 10. It's the last chance saloon here for Randwick. Ball's been put on the deck. Chance here for East. It's been picked up. Douglas comes across. Douglas can't make the tackle. Xavier Ryan for the corner. Xavier Ryan scores the try and wins the game for East. Unbelievable scenes here at Coogee Oval. What a finish. The East fans storm the field. Xavier Ryan, the hero. Heartbreak for Randwick. That's tough to take for Randwick. They've been outstanding today in this grand final. Xavier Ryan with the try in added time of extra time. Douglas came across, couldn't make the tackle, and Xavier Ryan had too much pace. He scores the try in the corner and wins the grand final for East. 10-5 the final scoreline. And heartbreak for Randwick. They can't believe what's just happened. Looking at joint premiers. The ball hit the deck and Xavier Ryan, Johnny on the spot, wins the grand final for East. What a start to the day here at Coogee Oval. The final scoreline here in the thirds grand final. Randwick 5, East 10. Xavier Ryan with a double, scoring after the full-time siren in extra time to win the game for the minor premiers. They do the double. Randwick can hold their heads up high. They certainly played their part in this grand final. Unbelievable finish to the first game of 3 here today at Coogee Oval. We're going to take a little bit of a break here on the live feed. We'll be back shortly. We've got the seconds grand final coming up. The Shell Trophy. Gordon taking on Eastern Suburbs. Can East make it a double today? Find out shortly on the Bar TV stream on the Waratahs Facebook page. Dan McCamley signing off. We'll be back shortly for the seconds grand final.